Hi, folks! Today we're going to be doing a taste test of Members Mark White Rum. Or Silver Rum. It's the same thing. Sam's Club brand White Rum. I haven't tried this one yet. I've tried most other Sam's Club brand liquors. So we're going to try this one for the first time. You're going to watch me do it. Let's crack this bad boy. So apparently this is not new, but they changed the design of the bottle because I was looking at some reviews on this thing, and the old bottle that people were doing reviews on was from like a couple years ago. So the new bottle looks drastically different. The label looks different, but anyway, let's stop blabbering and get right into it. Standard shot, at least looks like a shot to me. I don't measure, who cares? Smells like a typical rubbing alcohol. With like a hint of a sweetness? Like sugar or some kind of coconut. It smells like your typical rubbing alcohol, like, you know, vodka, pretty like bare bone, plain old rubbing alcohol smell with like a slight creamy, sweet kind of smell to it. You definitely notice it. The alcohol smell isn't overpowering. It just smells like your typical alcohol. This is pretty smooth. I remember the last time I tried the Kirkland's American vodka. That was pretty smooth too. This is about comparable to that, even though that was vodka, this is white rum. But they taste kind of similar. This tastes kind of like a vodka with it's slightly sweeter though. It has a sweet note to it. You notice that creamy kind of taste to it, like in the back. Tastes kind of like a sweet, creamy coconut, even though it's very, very minimal, but it is noticeable. They must have changed this up because they probably changed the formulation or something, because one of the people that I watched review this, they said it had like a artificial plasticky kind of taste to it. I'm not noticing any plastic taste at all. So I'm assuming either their bottle they got was stale or something, even though I've never heard of plain unflavored 40% liquor going stale unless it's in the sun for several years. So yeah, guessing they changed up the whole bottle, the labeling, and the formula a little bit. It's a pretty bottle. I like it. I'm gonna keep this on my shelf whenever I kill this bottle. Well, it's already been on the shelf anyway. I'm gonna just keep it on the shelf even after I eventually finish it. I'm not gonna drink the whole thing in one day, damn it. I'm gonna have little bits over the course of like the next month. So I'm probably not gonna have more than like this. I'm just gonna get a good buzz and then just put it back on the shelf. I'm mainly just taste testing it. Now, another thing I wanted to try is because a lot of these pre-mixed drinks, these flavored drinks, these fruity things, like the fruity vodkas, all the Smirnoff variants, unless you like the Smirnoff Naturals or whatever the natural Smirnoff is, they usually have artificial colors, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, all kinds of garbage, as if alcohol wasn't already unhealthy as it is. So I wanted to experiment. We're gonna have a healthy alcoholic beverage. We're gonna try a simple 2-ingredient seltzer water. Actually, I'm gonna pour this first. I don't know why I didn't pour this first. I'm not paying attention. Okay, poured the drink. Pour seltzer water. Now, the last ingredient to give it taste, a sweet taste, organic stevia. This is real stuff, folks. This isn't that half and half garbage that's half stevia, half maltodextrin, or half xylitol or erythritol or whatever. This is single ingredient, organic, genuine, 100% concentrated stevia. And when I say concentrated, it's really concentrated, folks. There's 200 servings in this one little bottle. So one little squirt. Okay, that was like 2 or 3 servings right there I just added. So we're gonna just leave it at that. See what it tastes like. I prefer my drinks shaken, not stirred. But I don't have a shaker. I don't even know where to find one. Probably Walmart. Whatever. Stirred still gets the job done. I just prefer shaken. I've probably said this in all the stupid drinking videos. Okay, seltzer water organic stevia with white rum. Let's see how it tastes. Wow, I could get drunk off of this so easily. I'm not even kidding. This legitimately does not taste like alcohol. It tastes like soda. But it's not even soda. It's seltzer water with a dash of organic stevia. I don't even know how much alcohol I poured in this thing. I'm assuming 1 shot, maybe a shot and a half. This is pretty good. So basically, seltzer water, organic stevia, and then you can add any other flavoring to it that you want. This, honestly, on its own, tastes pretty damn good. This doesn't taste like alcohol at all. Like, you can still taste like a little bit of the bitterness from the alcohol. So I noticed the alcohol just a little bit, mainly on like the back of the throat area. It's mainly like a little bit of bitterness from the alcohol. Otherwise, this is pretty good. So if you found like some kind of fruit juice concentrate or something, you can just throw some fruit juice in here and really customize the flavor to your specific liking. That was a delight, folks. I haven't drank alcohol in like a month. So I've been too busy dealing with shit. And I don't like to drink very often anymore anyway because I know it's not good for you. But you know what? The time calls for it. I feel like drinking as I'm not doing anything else today, so who cares? I think once or twice a month having a couple drinks isn't gonna kill anyone. It wouldn't be any worse than going to McDonald's. And I haven't had fast food in like 9 years. I don't have fast food anymore. Anyway, we're gonna try one more, just so I can try to measure how much alcohol I'm actually putting in here this time. So alcohol first. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Okay. That looks like a couple shots. What does that look like to you? Does that look like a couple shots? It looks closer to 2 shots. I always like to be generous with my alcohol. Now time for... That was probably like 3 or 4 servings. This one's gonna be a sweet one. This one tastes a little bit stronger, but it also tastes a little bit sweeter. Just a little bit more seltzer water. So yeah, 0 sugar, minimal amount of calories other than obviously the alcohol itself, which is the bulk of the calories because stevia is also 0 calories. So everything that's added to this is 0 calories other than the alcohol, which I don't know what the caloric content of liquor is, specifically rum. I'm assuming it's somewhere around like 60 to 140 calories per serving, so probably a lot of calories in this. I'll have to look it up, I don't know. I'm thinking like 60 calories per shot or somewhere around there. So a nice low calorie alcoholic beverage that'll get you drunk off your ass after like 3 or 4 drinks, 3 or 4 of these. So, I'd probably rate this rum 6 out of 10 overall. If you drink it straight, I'd give it 6 out of 10. After seeing the reviews, I was trying not to get my hopes up. I was expecting like some cheap plasticky taste or something, like what the reviewers said. I'm not getting any of that. It just tastes like your typical unflavored rum. So it's not overpowering. It doesn't burn too much. Like as you saw, I could just take shots of this stuff. It's very minimal amount of burning. So very smooth. So you could easily just do shots with this. So yeah, slightly sweet, slightly creamy sensation. Mixing it, I'd say is even better. So straight, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Mixed, I'd give it a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10. It mixes pretty well. So overall, I'd give it a 6.5. So that's been this first time experience with the Members Mark Silver Rum. This was about $14 at the time of making this video at Sam's Club. So if you're on a budget but you still want to have a good quality rum, I definitely recommend picking one of these up. Well worth the $14 for a big handle. 1.75 liter for $14. Can't complain. Obviously this isn't, this is obviously not going to be like a top tier rum or anything. It's still bottom shelf. But this is comparable to, maybe Captain Morgan, Bacardi, Sailor Jerry's. I've had a good amount of Captain Morgan and Bacardi over the years. I haven't really had very many other rums, but I would say overall this is kind of comparable to Bacardi or maybe Captain Morgan. So definitely recommend it. Even though last time I was at Sam's Club, I think I saw Bacardi, same size bottle as this, for $14. I think it was like 40, 50 cents more than this. So, I mean, either way, go with Bacardi, go with this. I mean, it's all the same stuff at the end of the day. So, I'm already feeling kind of buzzed. I drank the first 2 kind of fast. Good stuff. Anyway, stay tuned for more idiotic videos. See ya, folks.